It's something.
It's good. It's all fun and games and all the good things.
But it's a literal rock.
Game over.
Yes, game over, man. Game over. Okay, so we are live now.
What?
Okay, I'm gonna double check. I'm not coming in on anyone else's audio. Paul, can you talk again for me, please?
Who, me?
Yes. Okay. I just want to make sure that sometimes I forget to make it so that
To unmute me? Yeah. I
no,
know.
not to unmute you, but everyone's audio is coming in on my channel, so I don't have my own track. So I was just checking on that.
Hey, Bobo, welcome. You're first, but it didn't give you the credit. Sorry.
I don't have the
credit for
thing
anybody.
going. I'm sorry. I didn't put that.
I'm glad you're here.
Yes,
we
are
need
glad
some
you're here,
extra
Bob.
help on this one.
What?
Oh my.
That's nothing to say against anyone here. This is just a
What?
movie that requires more input.
Paul,
Oh.
how dare you?
People didn't
Speaking
comment
of-
on things.
You might be right.
Oh yeah, that was super. I mean, I certainly take ownership that I posted the poll for the patrons late, like as in today. I posted it, but did you post your what you remember at your normal time, Paul, or did you post?
Yeah,
that?
I posted on Friday, so they've had several days.
Jeez,
Well,
come on, rewinders.
Apparently, they're telling us they either don't remember this movie, or it's a statement saying memories don't matter.
But we read your memories, guys.
You'll be in the credits of this episode, Bobo.
Indeed. I mean, Bob was always in the credits.
He's always there.
Oh, but I do have a comment on the poll. So,
Not a
interesting.
vote, but a comment on
No,
the
I
poll.
have
Okay.
2 votes. I do have 2
Oh.
votes. So,
Okay.
but let me get this comment into the comments.
Are you commenting now, Bobo?
There's still time. Maybe.
Oh my word.
There's still time.
For a little bit, maybe. Okay, good. There we go. I keep the others away with a 10-foot pole. Why? Why'd you do that, Baba? I've only seen the original 3. Oh, really, Baba? Oh, and you keep the other ones away with 10-foot pole. Got it. Okay. Well then, I think
no need to comment.
yes. I think with that, we will go ahead and I think we'll just go ahead and start. Thumbs up if you are ready to start the podcast.
All right.
Waiting for a
Oh,
thumbs
you want
up.
a thumbs up? Sorry.
Yeah, okay.
You want a visual?
Yes, I appreciate the visual. Thank you.
All right. Did
That's
you go through your
auditory, isn't it now?
checklists?
Oh, I didn't do the. Thank you, Paul.
Oh no, the
And-
pre-flight check.
And you've updated that checklist. How dare you?
Okay, I started the DAR, started the broadcast. We did the audio checks.
Oh
Did
wait.
you hit record?
I hit record. I am
Oh.
recording on OBS and the DAR.
Okay.
We started the broadcast, right?
Yes, we started.
Okay.
Danae or Ashley?
hostage. They are watching us. I understand.
Danae or Ashley, do you have a hard stop time tonight?
No.
Okay.
I'm not doing anything until 9:30 tomorrow.
Do you all have 2 likes, a classic maker, 2 dislikes, and a tragic maker?
See.
I'll make it happen.
Good luck. May the
I
force
have-
be with you on that.
I have a stream of consciousness of my notes while I was watching, so I'll pick some good ones.
Okay. Awesome.
One list is better than the other.
Perfect.
It's like one side has a plethora.
Uh-huh.
A plethora.
Ashley and Danae and Paul, do you have spiritual speculation questions or topics for tonight?
Yes.
Do not.
Okay. Paul?
I can comment.
That's good. And I have one. It'd be funny if me and Ashley was the same.
It would be
Oh.
really funny if it was. It would be a revelation.
I think Paul's the only one that doesn't get that, but that's fine.
Spoiler. No, I thought you meant it was about the book
No.
Revelation.
Well, yeah, our pastors started a series on Revelation just this last Sunday.
Yeah.
So I think that's what Ashley was alluding to.
Yeah, I was just being silly. But yes.
Okay.
All right, Bobo, thanks for adding the comment. You'll have to give me a moment, Francisco.
You know, that's perfect because we're going to do our 5 minutes. 5 minutes?
5
wow.
minutes of silence.
Wow.
I don't
I'm
know if I
ready
can
for
be quiet
that
for
one.
that long.
5 seconds of silence as soon as this police car passes by.
Yeah, good luck.
All right. So don't mute yourself or anything like that. I'm just recording your floor noise so I can remove it later. We're going to start that now.
Lock on and fire!
Make that now. All right.
Okay,
Perfect.
Power Rangers, let's do it!
Yes, let's do it, Power Rangers.
That was a fun episode.
I thought you were gonna do the Spaceballs like now, no, right now. No,
We're at
that's-
now.
That was then. We're at now.
This is now, exactly. Okay, we got that. All right, perfect. Then I think we are good to go with the podcast. So I'm going to play this opening bit, and then I'll go into the opening music. Then I'll do the introductions. So here we go. In 5, 4, 3, 2.
Ah, yes. The Sith take revenge, and you are doomed. In this episode of the Retro Rewind podcast.
Retro systems online. Reflux capacitor fluxing. Scanning movie space-time for Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith 2005. Rewinding in 3, 2, 1.
Welcome, Rewinders and new listeners, to the Retro Rewind podcast, where we take a fresh look at movies and games from 15 or more years ago. I'm your captain of the pod, Francisco Ruiz. You might maybe call me a General Ruiz. And I'm joined by your XO and mine, Paul, the Paul J. Powers, not to clone trooper Powers.
Hello there.
Hello there, Paul. And also for this discussion of the film, Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, we welcome back aboard Administration Officer of the Pod, Ashley Ruiz. Hey, Ashley.
Hello there.
Oh, my gosh. There are other lines in this movie,
But
guys.
that one is one of the best. One of the best. It's classic.
And in addition, Ashley, we are glad to have back aboard Engineering Officer of the Pod, Danae Berg. Hey, Danae.
Hello.
There.
There.
I was like, oh, good. It's just a hello.
It was.
Until it wasn't.
General Francisco.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. Thanks for being here, Danae. And now that you have a quick flyby of who we are, Paul, can you give us a quick overview of the production specs for Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith?
I'm sorry, I was distracted. Oh, what we're covering. Okay, sorry. Yes. Revenge of the Nerds. Released
Paul.
1980. What?
Paul, no.
84.
Not Revenge of the Nerds.
Yes.
Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith.
Nerd, Star Wars, Revenge. Sorry. It's an easy mix-up.
Yeah.
All right. I don't have my sounds working, but that could have been brought to my attention yesterday, you know. Okay. All right. Star Wars Episode I, Revenge of the Sith was released May 5th, 2005 for the PlayStation 2, Xbox, Game Boy Adventure, Nintendo DS,
Paul.
and Symbian. It's developed.
Paul,
yes.
I know you want us to cover more games, but we're not covering the game of Revenge of the Sith. We're covering the movie.
Can we cover the novelization? The book is so good.
I don't think we've ever covered a book on this podcast.
Well,
but-
Oh,
it's your
the
loss.
book. Well, why didn't you tell me that? All right, let's go back and read the book.
No, we're covering the movie.
It's only 434 pages. It's a quick read.
All right, I have actually read this one before. So, Star Wars Episode I, Revenge of the Sith was released. The novelization.
No.
Right? No, I was kidding with you. I'm not going to do that to you.
I've read it. It's good.
It was released May 19th, the year 2025, according to the notes here. I don't know what this is.
That's it. That's a podcast, not retro.
No, this doesn't
Does
pass
not
the
meet the
test. I don't know
criteria.
what we're reviewing, folks.
Wasn't
It's
an
not Revenge of the Nerds. It's not the game. The movie apparently came out.
It was an
This just in, folks.
anniversary edition.
Yeah. It's the
Yeah.
anniversary edition. Exactly. Yeah.
Like something like
Oh,
20 years or something crazy
yes.
like that.
It's the 20th anniversary.
Yeah, there we go.
This movie was actually released May 19th in the year 2005, 20 years ago from the recording of this review.
Yes.
It runs way over the 2-hour mark, about 20 minutes past it for some reason. It's rated PG-13, and it was directed and written by George Lucas. I don't know who he is.
gosh.
But with lead stars being Hayden Christensen, Natalie Portman, and Ewan McGregor. And music was not composed by John Williams, but rather the
Unfortunately.
illustrious John Williams.
Unfortunate.
Right?
So you ready for the box office trivia?
I am ready. Ashley and Danae, are you both ready?
Ready.
Yes.
Awesome. And anyone live in chat, Bobo or anyone else, you're welcome to join as well. Go for it, Paul.
Okay, Star Wars Episode I, Revenge of the Sith was made for about 115 million, and sadly it only earned a little bit less than 1 billion at the box office.
Gosh, so
Like
sad.
So
At the box office. Wow.
yeah, at the box office. I was waiting for a sound effect. That's
It's
usually-
I did Edna mode. I did some moving files from one drive to another, and so apparently I haven't fixed everything. So that's
Okay,
Fix
so
it in
insert
post.
the sound effect there.
exactly yes.
Okay, going back. All right, given this fact, how high in the box office do you think Star Wars Episode I ranks among the movies released theatrically in 2005? And we'll go for the top 50.
Top 50. Okay.
Oh.
Let's begin with Ashley. What's your where do you think it ranks in the box office?
I definitely think it's in the top 10, but I feel like it's solidifying where in the top 10. I don't want to give it too much credit because it's generally not regarded as one of the best Star Wars movies. Let's go with 6.
6. Okay.
That's what I was gonna
Revenge of the
say.
Sith.
Revenge of the Sith. So we'll go with
Oh,
that.
wow.
And instead of
So,
yeah,
Danae, do you want prices right with 5 or
Oh,
7
I'm
or
gonna
anything
do
like that?
5.
Revenge of
5?
the Fifth. There
right.
you go.
Yeah.
All right. Bobo in chat guesses 11. I am going to, you know what? Me being a middle schooler, I'm going to guess 12 because I'm almost 12. So we'll guess that. Paul, where did actually rank?
Well, according to the-numbers.com, Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, came in at number 1 in the year 2005.
It did, really.
Wowza.
I could have sworn I read somewhere that Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire beat it, but maybe.
Well, you can go to the-numbers.com where we get this information. Other websites may say differently, but as I stated, the-numbers.com.
Got it. Well, then with that, Danae, your price is right pays off.
Yeah, there you go.
With-
Either way.
You went with the win. Good job.
Aye, indeed.
And thank you for those factoids, Paul. And let's see if any of them factor into our memory mind meld or subsequent roundtable discussion, which we'll get into once Alice has located our target film.
Alert. Alert. Target located. Spoilers incoming. Establishing analysis vector.
Destroy the Sith. We must. On May 19th, the Jedi fight. The ultimate battle. Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith.
Always on the move.
Rated PG-13.
Yes, we are always on the move in this podcast, rain movies and whatnot. And one of them happens to be Revenge of the Sith, Star Wars Episode 3.
Oh,
And-
I thought it was Revenge of the Nerds.
No, you're wrong again.
I'd be okay for that. I haven't seen that movie in about 15 years, but I've seen it.
actually never seen it. But regardless, we're talking about a movie we have seen. And what memories did we have of that movie? And let's figure that out with our memory mind meld synopsis for Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. the not-so-secret Sith Lord fakes his capture to create an opportunity for the Jumper and Mr. Moulin Rouge to rescue him. Surprise! Anaconda and Lady Thor are pregnant. Anaconda. Okay, I don't get that one, but okay. Anaconda.
Anakin, Anaconda. Move along.
And Lady Thor are pregnant.
Move along.
And Obi train spotting is upset by this, so he rides a lizard and then decapitates Saruman. Darth Supreme Chancellor tells Angrykin some Sith bedtime stories to help convince him how worthless the Jedi are and that you can't learn everything from being a Jedi, except the higher ground. Anakin be panicking, so he joins the dark side, fights his former master where the floor is literally lava, becomes an asthmatic cyborg, and the Jedi are nearly decimated. Anakin dies, and Vader is born, and so are Luke and Leia. Wow. I mean, I feel like there's a lot of pieces to that are right, but on the whole, it was decepted. But it'll be interesting to see if the... Dang it, Edna mode. I always jumped too far.
Edna mode.
Some water.
Angry kid.
Take.
Angry what?
Angry kid. That's so
Angry
good.
kid. Was that yours, Paul?
Yeah.
Oh,
Of course it was Paul.
I know. Paul is the comedic gold of the Retro Rewind podcast.
I mean, the only thing that I recognized of mine was like, not so secretive.
Okay, while we're at it, what does Anaconda have to do with this? I'm so confused.
I didn't put that one. No, it wasn't
me.
That was you, Francisco.
Why did I say Anaconda?
Because it sounds like Anakin.
I
That's
guess.
a movie with
Typo.
Jennifer Lopez
Yeah,
from
that's-
like 1997. It's so bad.
I don't know why I came up with that. So me and Ashley,
Snakes on an N1 Starfighter.
me and Ashley watched this when it came out to the theater earlier this year, Danae. And we knew we were going to cover this, so we actually sent our memories to Paul before that. So I've totally forgotten what I sent him way back then. So apparently I thought Anaconda was really funny. But
Lady
Who
Thor.
said that?
So good.
Francisco, for the past, explain why you thought that was funny.
Like Anaconda. Who said that?
I don't. Some crazy person. Okay,
Yeah, this crazy man behind me.
back from Edna mode. Here we go.
Actually, while we're in Edna mode,
yeah.
sorry.
No, it's fine.
I need to. I'll be back in less than 30 seconds.
Okay, no worries.
Start the timer.
Here we go.
Angry kid. I still find that so just giggly worthy. It's just like angry kid because he is. He's so angry.
He is. Edna 2 Electric Boogaloo, pretty much, Bob.
Pretty much.
Oh my
Lady
goodness.
Thor. I still haven't seen that movie.
I haven't either.
I have almost no desire to see that movie. I generally like Natalie Portman, but Lady Thor,
You didn't like Natalie?
No, I
Thor?
generally
Oh,
like
generally
her.
like
I mean,
her,
I
yeah.
watched one of her movies like 2 weekends ago. I watched Where the Heart Is. I love that movie.
It's so good.
He's so good.
You hear that?
Is that the
Bump,
one where
bump,
she's
bump?
pregnant in the Walmart?
Yeah, she
Yeah.
gives birth to
Wait.
the Walmart baby.
Where the Heart Is, that's the Indiana Jones movie with the Indian kids.
Yes, you nailed it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, that's exactly what we were talking about.
Set in
There's no
Oklahoma.
Walmart in there.
Everybody wants
Where's
to
the
say hello
Colin
to the
section of this
baby.
Walmart?
And
Aisle
people want to see
33.
the Walmart mommy.
Yeah.
Oh my word.
That's a good movie.
Okay.
Oh, so good.
Are you back and ready, Paul, or not quite yet?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Back from Edna mode? No. Based on those memories, as flawed as they apparently were, what rating did they lead you to predict for this film, Star Wars Episode 3, before you rewatched it? Classic, nostalgic, or tragic? And when was the first time you remember seeing this film? I'm going to begin with Danae this time. What was your prediction, and when did you first see this, Danae?
Okay. I predicted it would be. I think I predicted nostalgic. It was like a toss-up between tragic and nostalgic.
Ooh, okay.
Wow.
I know. Because I've seen this and Episode 2 the least, I think, of all of them.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I've seen them more than once and had been a while, but I remembered them the least of all of them. And I actually saw this on my birthday, on release day, with
I'm
my
sorry.
youth group. Yes. Right. I was like, our high school youth group did it as like our outing. And it was released May 19th is my birthday.
It's
So
to
I'm like,
convert
I
all the
always
Sith
remember.
to be born again, right?
I was like, I don't know.
Right.
I don't know what's going on.
Hey, Francisco, they need to be showed the light side of the Force.
Sure, sure, Paul. All right, so nostalgia from Danae. Ashley, how about you?
This is going to earn me some eye rolls, but my initial rating was classic. Just for the fact that I loved this movie when it first came out. I know I'm going to get so many eye rolls and head shakes, but my initial rating was a classic just because I am so blindly nostalgic for this movie because I went to a midnight showing of this movie on release date. And
on my birthday.
Yes. So I went to a midnight premiere with a group of people who were actually in Jedi garb. So I was the only one who wasn't dressed up. I had read the novelization in the month leading up to the movie premiere. I was a diehard Star Wars fan. I don't know, seeing this new trilogy, it was just such a time to be alive. I was 18. I was so excited. And I was Star Wars' biggest fan during this time in my life because I was reading books in the EU and having read the novelization, it was just, I was so looking forward to it. And the book was so good. So I was so hopeful. And even... I don't know.
Is it fairly true to the books, or are you going to talk about that later?
There's some differences, but not. I don't have huge discrepancies just because
the novel's always better.
The novel is always better, and
better.
Maybe if they had gone with the original 5+ hour cut that Lucas originally was going to do, they would have incorporated all the things from the books.
Yeah.
But just based,
go ahead.
I was just going to say, just based on my wide-eyed nostalgia. Still classic, even if I might get eye rolls, just death stares. Yeah, people might want to do a force choke on me for my opinions.
Well, I mean,
No.
doesn't want to force choke you. His eye rolls are eye rolling, so that's all.
I understand it's not for everybody, but just based on when it came out, who I was when it came out, the diehard
absolutely.
Star Wars fan in me. I just remember always enjoying this movie, even though it's regarded as one of the worst.
Gotcha.
I don't think you need to give caveats to your opinion about a Star Wars movie.
I was about to say, I hope your inner fandom is not disappointed, but we'll see at the end.
Yeah, we'll see at the end.
It's a good thing that the Disney Star Wars sequel movies are way too young to be reviewed because that would be a completely different story from me.
The complete opposite.
Yes.
Paul, what was your prediction? When did you first see this?
Well, like Ashley, I read the novelization as well about a month before the movie came out. And it's the only novelization of the Star Wars films that I have read.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And I saw it in the theater, and I had seen it once or twice since then. But I rated it nostalgic. We probably won't get into this later, but Danae, to answer your question, one of the biggest differences in the novelization versus the movie, where the novel I thought was better, they really played into the was Obi-Wan having an affair with Amidala, and Anakin was like, oh, I can't trust him, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
I thought that was really well done in the book.
They actually had an affair?
No, they did
Palpatine
it.
was planting seeds in Anakin, trying to dissuade him, and he was even more manipulative in the book than what you see on screen.
Okay.
And
that would actually help a lot.
Yeah.
Right.
There was stuff left on the cutting room floor. I actually watched a bunch of deleted scenes a couple hours ago that would have it makes Palpatine easily seem like 10 times more evil than he is on screen in the final cut. But oh my goodness. And you get more context. You get more context to what's going through Anakin's mind. You get more context to what's going on with Obi-Wan. The scene where they just take Count Dooku down like a punk. That's more expansive.
That whole fake rescue is like a third of the book.
Yeah,
right there.
It is. It totally is.
Wow.
They give so much more detail, and they you know, the scene where they're talking about Liberty dying with thunderous applause. There's this whole like subplot with like the beginning of a resistance that ultimately is going to become the rebellion.
Oh, okay.
So
cool.
there's all this stuff that's included that just got left on the cutting room floor.
Interesting.
Come on, George, we need that 5 hours super. Disney, nope, there's no hope. Sorry, there's no hope for that.
You want a new hope? How about a no hope?
I'll just get the novelization from the library and reread it, and just be like,
word.
"This is what it
There you
should have
go.
been."
So nostalgic from Paul. That was a prediction.
Yes,
For me, much like Paul and Danae, I also predicted nostalgic. I mean, I remember thinking this was fine when I saw it. I saw it close. I don't know if I saw it opening day or weekend, but I saw it close to opening in the theaters. It was my first time seeing it, and I remember thinking it's fine, but it's kind of a letdown. There's certainly one moment where I'm like, really?
No.
I mean, we'll get there probably, but
Okay.
so it'll be interesting to see though if our predictions come true. But first, let's get into the things we liked most about Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. Alice, bring up our
Best bits.
best bits, the things we liked most. So, like I just said, and let's begin with Ashley. What's one thing you liked about Episode 3?
Where do I begin with the things that I like? Can I start at the very beginning of this movie with that opening sequence?
Oh, okay.
Just how it is one of the most action-packed opening sequences that we get in a Star Wars movie, and it really does set the movie off like you think it's promising, and you're hopeful because you've got all of this battling going on and all of these droids coming off and trying to attack, and it's just seeming like, oh my gosh, what's going on? And it's so cool, and then it just kind of drops, but it's just so cinematic and fun. Just everything in space, and you're seeing Coruscant in the background, just seeing the atmosphere of it all, and it just looks so cool as it blends seamlessly in space and this battle is ongoing. It's action-packed. It's just very fun until they actually get on board the starship.
I'll say for me, I almost feel like so this is my first like as well, Ashley. And what I was expecting after they land, the big ship finally lands and stops. I was expecting it to start the James Bond music or something because it felt like very much like a 007 opening, like action, just throw you right in the midst of what's going on, and it was very fun. And so I'm as much as you guys said that the 4-hour, 5-hour cut of this, that part's a lot longer, or I think you said novelization is a lot longer.
Yeah.
I feel like it could have been shorter, I think.
Sure.
But it was still very fun, and I enjoyed that
and
a
the
lot.
banter, the exchange between Obi-Wan and Anakin, like
Yeah.
their friendship is believable.
Yes,
because Anakin is doing what he can to save Obi-Wan, and Obi-Wan is just like, I'm good. Keep going. You have this job to do, and he's seen like the greater good. But Anakin is like, no, you're important to me. I'm going to do everything that I can to help you.
Yeah. Danae, let's go to you next. Was the opening something that made your like list, or was there something else that you enjoyed?
I'll save I enjoyed it. I'll save that commentary for later on the beginning of the movie.
She actually hated it.
I didn't hate it.
There's things not to like for sure.
Okay. I'm trying to decide what to use up and what to save for my classic maker.
Sure.
So,
because there's so much to love about this movie.
I mean, there's a lot of good things. I noticed it seemed like a really big shift in the movie about after, is it Order 66? Is that what it's called?
Yes,
Order 66. There's a really big shift in the cinematography. I feel like it was like noticeable for me that it felt more like a Star Wars movie after that, and how it was filmed, how they were framing the characters. There was more focus on like person-to-person dialogue and not as much like just not distracting, but like a lot of action that was hard to know what was going on. Or
Sure.
They're at another location, unless you know like all the political background on it, or you're really, really into it. It's hard to know like what's the motivation, why are they going there. There's so much cut out, obviously, that I think it makes it hard. After Order 66, which is obviously terrible, it really kind of shifted for me into like, okay, this feels more of like the traditional Star Wars movie feel.
I can totally see that.
There's a little more gravitas. So I liked that. That was
Absolutely.
noticeable for me.
Awesome. Paul, was there something that really brought the gravity for you to that made your like list?
Sure. I'll say the lightsaber battle between Obi-Wan and Anakin I thought was good.
Ooh, okay.
There's a lot of actions. It was long. It had a lot of great stunts.
Oh, are you talking about Paul? We're not talking about. I should say I don't think it was very actiony, and he just swings at him and he disintegrates at the end. It's so weird. It's like
no, I'm
not
talking
the
before then.
Oh.
Like, it was,
go back before that. In fact, never
Yes.
play this part again. Okay, got it.
yes, but unfortunately, as it wasn't great. I said it was good because there aren't a lot of close-ups of the characters. A lot of them are like from far away, so you
Wide
can see the
shots.
lava.
Yeah.
So you don't get quite as much of the action as you could. And in fact, I think the confrontation between Obi-Wan and Vader in the TV series Kenobi is probably the best than the last episode. Their fight there is because there's a lot of action and there's close-up in that.
Mm-hmm.
And also going back to this movie, now John Williams, he's the Grandmaster Daddy.
Are we
He's
going to land on a like at some point? I'm not sure. What
I'm saying I like this battle. This fight.
Okay.
But this is the part of the movie where John Williams introduces his new theme. He has a new theme for episode 1. He has a new theme for episode 2. This is a new theme.
Yeah.
And I don't think it quite fits as well as it could have.
Oh, interesting. I really liked it, but okay.
First of all, how dare you?
Well, it's not as memorable as okay. What was the name of the song in Phantom Menace?
Duel of
Fates.
Duel of the
Duel of
Fates.
Fates. Okay. Episode 2 had a really good one. It was
Across the
Across the
Stars.
Stars.
And
right.
no, I don't know the third one's name. So
Okay,
you got me
this
there,
is
PalseyPowers.com.
Battle of the Heroes. Battle of the Heroes.
Yeah, okay. Battle of the Heroes. It's not nearly as memorable. And I think this leading up to this should have been more memorable.
Got it.
And Lucas was explaining he wanted action mixed with sorrow and tragedy because these are two best friends fighting. And I don't think the mix of action and sorrow in the music blend very well. I wish it was more action packed, but that's me.
I guess I'll disagree in that I feel like it did capture that emotion, but I agree. I also agree that it's not as memorable. Like I can't hum in my head as readily as I could Duel of Fates or Across the Stars. So you got me in.
So I was disappointed in the buildup of 1, 2, and then the third one. Here's the big climax, and it's not as
okay.
So
Gotcha.
But anyway, I thought the whole entire scene with them fighting, I thought the stunts was great. It just wasn't as great as it could have been.
All right, cool. Ashley.
Oh, we're not in the dislike section. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Ashley, what's something else you liked? Since, like Paul said, we're not in the dislike section. But yeah, what's something else you liked? Was it saber battles or music or something else?
No, I actually really enjoyed John Williams' score. I feel like regardless of which Star Wars movie it is, as long as you have John Williams, it's going to be good. Yes, the themes...
I just remembered what could have been a better song.
Oh my god.
Much more memorable than battling.
That would
The
have been
curse
something.
continues. Ashley, please continue.
Oh, I was going to say, I really enjoyed the score. I felt like the orchestral music really did capture the emotionality of each scene that was present. I felt that way during the lightsaber battle because there was just this heaviness and intensity and this tension as it was going back and forth between the battles between Obi-Wan and Anakin and then the scenes with the Emperor and Yoda. It was gripping to me, the music, just capturing that. And I love how John Williams' music alludes to other themes that are present in the original mainline Star Wars movies.
Like motifs?
Yes,
Yeah,
motifs that just continually are present. And it's like, oh my gosh, that's like the Imperial theme. I
Yeah,
recognize
yes,
this music.
yes.
I remember telling you when they were playing this, like,
Yeah.
Exactly.
And then after the after the babies are born,
Yep.
and then like Leia's given away, and you hear Leia's theme for the
Yep.
first time, and you're like,
I don't think I
Yeah.
noticed that.
Yeah.
No,
Uh-huh.
he reused motifs, and it was just so cool. And I remember recognizing them from specific places and movies. And
The Tatooine one was it gave me chills. So
absolutely. And I was getting goosebumps when
Yeah.
certain motifs were being played. I'm like, I remember the first time I heard this. I know where I recognize this from. And I even remember telling you, like, recognizing that Imperial theme was from playing like the Super Star Wars games
Yes.
on the Super Nintendo, because that was the music that would play when you died.
Yes,
And
yes,
the
yes.
Emperor would be cackling and laughing at you because you failed. So it was so incredibly memorable. And it doesn't matter if I remember the names of what the themes are called, especially in this one, because yes, it's not as memorable as Across the Stars or Duel of the Fates, but gosh darn it, when you are present watching this movie, listening to this music, having all this intensity on screen, it makes you feel what they're feeling. Like there is this adrenaline running through, and Paul is like shaking his head and disagreeing with me in every way, but
No, that's not entirely.
I love music, and I feel music can make or break an entire movie, and I have yet to be disappointed by John Williams in the Star Wars franchise. And this is no
and for
exception.
clarity, John Williams is the best, bar none. And his
Yeah.
Star Wars music
Disagree. Point of order. Basil
and
Polidorus
his Star Wars
is the best,
music
but
is some of the best up there. So anyway, it's hard to do better than that.
John Williams is good. He's great.
But
in
he's no
fact.
John Williams.
I mean, he is no John Williams. That's true. But, so I was, here's the thing. I was going to let Danae go and then go back and go a few and
Bye,
then
Danae.
and then
We've
my
gotta
classic
let
maker
you go.
was going
Sorry.
and then my class and then my classic maker was going to be the music as well. But given Paul's comment and Ashley already talking to it, I'm going to go ahead and just say it now that I felt this a lot of the same way you did, Ashley. The culmination of all the music is just like all the beauty of all the Star Wars music really was infused really well, in my opinion, in this film, and brought such an emotional weight to it that you don't. I think it made you feel like you were watching a return to form of Star Wars, even though I feel like there's a lot that was not handled well.
Yes.
And it didn't feel like the original series, but it's still it hoped to feel like it. So I'll say it that way. So that's another like I had. Danae, though, I do want to hear from you. What was another thing you liked?
Do you want me, if I was also going to mention it, do you want me to just do it at the same time?
No, it
do
doesn't
it
matter.
now,
You
or
can say it. You can say
You
it
know,
now
later.
or later. It's up to you.
Never bring it up. Well, it is my classic maker, so I can save
then
it.
go for it.
Okay. So it's very similar. I just think John Williams' style is a very, like the classic symphonic style. He is the master of motifs, like Ashley was saying.
Yep.
There are so many gifted film composers that I love, but he has been composing just for so long, and very recognizable style, very recognizable skill and techniques that he does and how he incorporates it that not a lot of other composers can do as seamlessly.
Yeah.
So yeah, just beautiful. I can never not mention it if he's the composer for a film. So that would be my classic maker as well.
Do I? And I just want to say, do I recall right that Danae, you and Travis, and also Paul, you and Valerie, have seen John Williams at the Hollywood Bowl, or am I totally decepting that?
No, many times.
Okay, many times.
Yeah, I want to say we've been like between 5 and 7 times.
Okay,
but we
awesome.
haven't been since kids.
Yeah.
We would go like every
usually puts a
year,
damper on
and then
things.
we're like, we haven't been.
Well, he's barely there now.
I
Even when
know,
he does
I know.
his, they have John Williams night, and he's only there for like 5-10 minutes or so.
I think
really?
it was just this last weekend too. Am I wrong? I thought
Yeah,
I
it's
saw
been
some
recently.
people.
Yeah.
It's like it breaks my heart every time because I'm like, it's the whole ambiance. It's the people bringing their lightsabers for
Yeah,
when
yeah.
they always do it. it's such a cool experience to see it played with the orchestra, and it's always different. But yeah, we haven't been for many years. Sad times.
Yeah. Well, I've never been. If that makes you feel
Neither
better.
have I, Francisco. I've seen many a symphonic orchestra, but the last time I had the honor of seeing one, they played with Weird Al Yankovic, so it was very different.
Interesting.
That's amazing.
Yeah, the Denver Symphony Orchestra with Weird Al Yankovic. It was called the No Strings Attached Tour. He performed original and parody songs, and he performed with the Denver Symphony at Red Rocks, and it was such an epic experience. But he's no John Williams.
Not so much.
Well, he's a good second best.
Oh,
He's like
Close.
top 5, but he's no John Williams.
let's go with another not John Williams like Paul. What's something else you liked about this film?
Okay, this is just me, but seeing Senator Organa's ship each time.
Oh yeah.
Oh, his
Where-
car? The car ship?
Where they have the white interiors.
No, the one from
hallways.
A New Hope.
The big one.
Yeah, where it brings back memories of Rogue One and New Hope.
Yeah.
It's just the inner nerd in me was squealing.
I smiled when I saw it. I'm like, this is the ship from the beginning of A New Hope. We're here. Oh, I love this.
So that was fun.
It
Okay,
was.
okay.
It definitely was. I nerded out too, Paul.
Short, sweet, to the point.
It was just epic seeing it on screen, seeing it set up exactly the same way when we're first
Yeah.
introduced, and it's like,
Some of the 3PO scenes with him in the hallway. It's like, wait, is this shot from Star Wars?
yeah.
But it wasn't. It was just so well recaptured.
Yeah.
What a
absolutely.
beautiful homage to the
Yeah.
original trilogy.
And now, so we've had a mix of classic makers said and just other likes. So we're just going to say the last like you have for this section. Danae, what's the final like you have for episode 3?
Other than some other dialogue, I think this movie has some great lasting quotes
Oh,
in
yes.
this. So, I mean, you got hello there. You've got the what's the line, Ashley, about the how
This is how
How it
liberty dies
Yes,
with thunderous
that one.
applause.
yes. There's a lot
Not
of great
from a Jedi.
recognizable quotes that are still viral today. So
Yeah.
I love it.
One of the best things about the original trilogy is the memes that we got from them.
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I hate you. I love that one superimposed with like parenting a toddler. It's like, I love you. It's like, I hate you.
Yeah.
So uncivilized.
Oh, my word. Awesome. All right. Ashley, what's the last thing you liked?
I already did 2 likes.
I know. Okay,
We're
you're a
at our
classic maker.
third
So,
like.
so in this case,
The
it is
remaining
going to
one.
be my classic
Okay,
maker.
okay.
And I know that Paul already just said that this was good, but I can't call it good. I want to call it one of, since I haven't seen Kenobi beyond the first episode because it bored me to tears.
I agree
Also,
with
same.
that.
Same.
So yeah, I made it
Do
only
yourself a favor and go watch the last episode. You can kind of skip forward the non Ewan McGregor parts
Yeah.
and watch it. Do yourself a favor and watch the Ewan McGregor parts
Yeah.
of the last episode.
I will say, since I didn't make it through Obi-Wan beyond the first like half of episode 1,
I get it.
honestly, my favorite part of this entire movie is the lightsaber duel between Anakin and Obi-Wan. It is everything I would ever want a lightsaber duel to be, because the choreography, just the
Yes.
moves that go into this, where it's set, the music, the tension, the emotionality of
Yeah.
everything, how they stop. And there's all this stuff going on in the background. You've got these workers on Mustafar who are just kind of navigating around them.
Why are you on my head?
Yeah, this robot that Anakin is just on. The robot is just programmed to do its job, but Anakin
just
is
like,
just
"Ah."
on top of it, and the robot just looks like kind of like, what the heck is going on? There's just so much going on, and it is
Mondays, huh?
yeah, and it is just so entertaining and so fun to watch. I think of all the other lightsaber duels that happen throughout the original trilogy and in this one, and this is just the piece de resistance for me. It is everything that I would ever want in a lightsaber duel, and I love how it leads to, like, you were my brother, I loved you, and how it just
that is
ends.
super
and
emotional.
Anakin goes down like a punk, and it doesn't end the way that I would want it to, but gosh darn it, that just the culmination of it all, where it starts to like getting up to that climax, and then he jumps, and then it's just over for me. But even in the book, there's just this conflict that Obi-Wan has. He's not gonna kill. He can't kill Anakin. He just can't do it. And he's and it goes back and forth between their two perspectives in the novel. So seeing it on screen, knowing that added context from the novel is just like, oh my gosh, it just makes it so much more meaningful and just adds so much more tension and just makes it such a more rich viewing experience having that extra context. But I love it. I love it all. I'm a big choreography nerd because I danced for so long. So being able to appreciate the choreography that goes into any type of battle, whether it's like just fighting or a lightsaber duel, paired with the music and everything that's going on. Ugh, chef's kiss.
I will say I agree to the fact that this is one of the best sword fights in cinematic history, especially with the choreography.
So I will agree with you guys for the most part. I do have one quibble with it, which I will get to in our dislike section.
That's fine.
But I'm curious, what is your favorite? If other than, let's say, if this one's your favorite, then what is your second favorite lightsaber fight throughout all the Star Wars movies? You can include Disney or not. Doesn't matter. For me, I'll say, just to go first, for me, it's the one from Phantom Menace. I feel like Duel of Fates with Darth Maul is very epic.
That's my second. That is my second after this one.
Danae or Paul?
I'm trying to think.
Yeah, it's hard. It might be Kenobi for me, the one that I mentioned.
Oh, okay.
Unfortunately, they split it up into two different parts. They have something in the middle to break another B storyline.
Oh, they played the Araquan Bird song probably for you. That's probably what they do.
No, that would encompass it. But yeah, I wish they hadn't split that up. But I think that one might be it for me.
How about for you, Danae? If you can think of one.
Yeah, I mean those are all good too. I'm trying to remember, like Rey and Kylo Ren, but that's not. I mean that's the newer one.
Yeah, but you can include those if you like.
Oh, I'm trying to. It's been a while.
I'll tell you the worst one. Oh no, maybe I'll save. I'll tell you what. I know. I know somewhat. Something's coming, so I'll save it for later. I'll tell you what my worst lightsaber battle was. Later.
No,
oh, okay.
Okay. No.
I'll tell you later.
Okay.
If not, remind me.
I mean, the other ones you guys mentioned would be the ones that I remember the most. So it's like going off of that. But
gotcha.
I had something to say about the choreography that Ashley was saying, and then yes, I think it's still so iconic. And Hayden Christensen, I mean, he got a lot of hate. I think when these were coming out, he's having so much of a renaissance right now that people are like really bringing the love back. And I've seen multiple times where he's had, he's speaking at like a Comic-Con or some other kind of convention, and he does just like a little bit of choreography and people go crazy. He's so skilled. You can tell like it was very well trained and just mastered between the actors.
Yeah.
I feel like there's so many, and I think we've had, you can see it as like, just as I've gotten older, I've noticed how there'll be like every 5 or 10 years, a movie franchise or a star from a movie franchise that was only beloved on maybe cable or VHS or something. 20 years later, everyone loves them. It's like, please be in more things. I want to remember this thing that I remember watching as a kid. And there's so much nostalgia attached to it, and I bet that's what Hayden Christensen is appreciating.
Is having his heyday.
He is. It's like people are just going crazy.
Yeah.
The older folks at the time of the release have grown old and don't care, while the younger kids,
us curmudgeons.
Yes, the younger
They're
kids
like,
are taking over.
Yeah.
Oh my. Paul, why don't you give us one more like?
My classic maker is the characters. I enjoy watching these main characters and following their story.
Awesome. Was there a particular character you liked the most?
No.
Okay.
Maybe in this one, I like Obi-Wan and Yoda. Maybe.
Oh, okay. For me, it's not really for my last like, and it's not that I like the character so much, but I feel like it was so bold, and I don't think you could have gotten away with it if this was, let's say, if they made these movies in chronological order. I don't think the studios would have let George Lucas get away with it, but I thought it was so bold that you would have this character that's the protagonist for 2.5 movies now become the bad guy at the end of the third movie. I think that's I can't think of another movie or another sequence of movies where I've seen the guy you're following as the good guy, as the protagonist, becoming the bad guy. I mean, that just doesn't happen. So I think that's really cool.
Frozen.
What'd you say, Danae?
Hans of the Seven Isles from Frozen. Come on.
I was about to say something,
I'm shaking my head
over the
today.
span
Shaking
of
my head.
movies.
We're gonna have to let it go.
Oh my gosh.
Also, something similar was done in the Mission Impossible. Like the first Mission Impossible, they took one of the heroes.
Guys, you're talking about a single movie where it's one character that's no one really cares about so much. I'm talking about over the course of almost 3 movies, you're following this one character.
Yeah, but didn't you know he was going to become Darth Vader?
Well, that's what I'm saying. If they'd released it in order, I think it would have been way more impactful. Of like, oh my gosh, what?
So
You knew it was coming.
Yeah, I think.
But if you hadn't seen any Star Wars, I'm sure you're like, what?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Why is he the bad guy now? What is this?
What happened?
Because I think. Yeah, I'm trying to realize it from the perspective of someone
that's funny.
Just
that's your classic maker, and I'll tell you why later.
On our next episode.
I just thought it was a cool, what am I trying to say? I felt like it was very
cool
bold,
switch.
and you don't see it. I don't see it when you have this much investment in a character, regardless of like Jake Lloyd and Christian, people liking, not liking, whatever it is. But the character itself, having this much investment in a character just for them to become evil, that you just don't see that. So I thought that was very interesting.
And if you add more from like the Clone Wars series, you get even more experience with him, and he's even more developed and more well-rounded. And he's way more likable in the Clone Wars series than he is in these movies, because he's not like robotic. And
he's not written by George Lucas.
Yes, but
it's like, unfortunately, we only get this movie.
Yes, but yeah, you add in all that context. Yes, if you did see it in release, not in release order, but in chronological, because your parents were like sadists or something, maybe you don't see it coming, and it's like, what?
Little Timmy, why are you crying? Anakin's bad.
He's angry kid now.
He's lost all of his limbs.
Because Obi-Wan had the high ground.
Oh my word.
So always stand on a hill, kids.
Exactly. That's the takeaway.
Yeah.
And now you know, knowing's half the battle. Revenge of the Sith.
Then you don't have the twist of episode 5.
The twist of episode 5?
Yeah, well, you know he's Luke's father in episode 3.
That's true. It's like, so which is a more of an interesting twist? That's a good point.
Episode 5.
Although, to quote Pitch Perfect, Vader means father. He's literally Darth Father.
Yep.
Oh, really?
Yes, it is. In German, it is father.
Okay. See, it's already ruined, Paul. Oh, geez. I almost ruined the show, guys, because there's something else I liked that I totally forgot to mention.
What, recording this podcast? Did you hit record? Is that something you forgot? No?
I hit record, Paul.
Did you remember that you forgot?
So something else I forgot was Junkyard Juggernauts. The king and queen have disappeared. A warlord is enslaving the land, and the people's only hope is you and the junkyard. Junkyard Juggernauts is a fantasy adventure board game of mechs and tactical combat in pixel art that harkens to Chrono Trigger and Final Fantasy VI. This 1 to 4 player game is designed by Francisco Ruiz. That's me. And you will play as a Mageneer, drafting cards to build arms and legs of a magic-fueled mech, aka a Juggernaut, before taking on the warlord. Keep up to date on all the Junkyard Juggernaut news, including when it goes on sale, by becoming a free or paid subscriber to FireJoyStudios.com.
That's great, Francisco. What does Junkyard Juggernauts have to do with Star Wars?
I mean, it's like the warlord is in this movie. He has a dark cloak. He's tempting the good guys to become bad.
He has a robot arm.
He doesn't really have a robot arm, but
okay. No.
Well, Max
the junkyard's
are kind of
in
like
the lava.
droids.
Yeah, mechs are like droids.
Yeah.
There's a volcano in the land of Galmany. So
There you go. Might as well be on planet Mufasa. Ooh, say it again.
No, Mufasa, I think. Mufasa. Planet Mufasa.
It's moves too far. Much
Yes.
too far.
All right, Paul. You know what? You caught me. You caught me red-handed. It has nothing to do with Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. I'm sorry. As a penance, how about some trivia about this film? What was that, Paul?
I don't believe you're sorry.
He's not.
Do you want some trivia or not?
Maybe.
Sure. Wait, about Junkyard Juggernaut?
Oh, sure. I can give you trivia about that. No, about this movie, Star Wars Episode 3.
All right, sure.
Okay. All right. So, did you all realize for the Kashyyyk environment, the planet where all the Chewbaccas are,
Wookiees, Francisco.
Wookiees, yeah.
Wookiees.
All the Chewbaccas.
On
All
planet
one of them.
Kashyyyk.
The Chewbacca family.
Dun-dun-dun-dun.
okay, I can't get out of this gracefully. So let me try that again. Did you all realize for the Kashyyyk environment, the planet where all the Wookiees are, which Chewbacca is one of them, the art department for Star Wars Episode 3 turned to the much derided The Star Wars Holiday Special from 1978 for inspiration. Though personally, on a personal note, I would say they don't really, having me and Paul have seen the Star Wars Holiday Special, and it doesn't really, I don't remember Kashyyyk and that looking anything like this. But
no, there's not Wookiees in the trees watching specials on holographic TVs.
Exactly, yeah.
It's dressed in red robes or
yeah, it is very strange. But with that all in mind, my question to you all is, which Star Wars movie, many people think of the Star Wars Holiday Special as their least favorite movie. I'm curious for you all, which Star Wars movie is your least favorite of the 9 pre-Disney Star Wars movies? And we won't count Revenge of the Sith in case that is your least favorite, because that might tip your hand about this, what your final rating is. So of the 8 other movies, so it'd be Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, Star Wars Holiday Special, Ewok Caravan of Courage, and Ewoks Battle for Endor. Which is your least favorite Star Wars film? Paul, let's start with you.
That's easy. It's still as much as people dislike and hate Ewoks, even though they teamed up with what's his name to fight diabetes. Yeah. I would much rather watch those any day, all the movies any day than watch the holiday special again. So that's by far the worst for me.
Okay. All right. Danae, how about you?
So I have never seen the holiday special.
Okay.
I would assume based on its IMDb rating of like 2.2, it would probably be my least favorite. But of the ones I've seen, Caravan of Courage, I had to go back and look at our ratings for the podcast.
Oh yeah.
And we unanimously rated that tragic, so I went with that one.
Makes sense.
Battle for Endor, we all said was nostalgic, so I'm like, I haven't seen them since then.
Yeah.
Okay, I haven't either. I'm sad that we rated that it's unanimously tragic. I just feel bad.
Caravan of Courage.
Yeah.
It was so bad.
Well, it should have been better, Paul. It's not our fault. It's its fault.
I guess. I mean, I trust myself. I'm just sad.
Ashley, how about you?
Well, based on all those ratings, I can definitely understand why most people would regard the holiday special as the worst, and then probably the Ewok movies in like second and third. But I have no context for any of them, so I feel like I can't give them the worst rating. I will say of those that I've seen, that I have seen, I have to say Attack of the Clones by far is the absolute worst, just because it is intensely boring. The only good thing that we got from that movie are the sand memes. I hate sand. It's sand. That is literally the only good thing that came out of that movie, because
and the music.
And the music, but it is
themes and music.
It is
your M&M.
So boring because that movie is that the name is such a misnomer. There is no attack from any clones. There are cool things that happen, but it is just so boring. And the Phantom Menace is cool because it was the first Star Wars movie.
Pod racing.
It had pod racing.
Pod
I
racing
loved
was really
the
good,
video
yeah.
game. I had it on the N64. It's great. I have it on my computer to
And Duel
this
of
day.
Fates, yeah.
Yes,
There's
but
a lot going for
Attack
it.
of the Clones is just boring. It is so boring. I saw it in theaters on a date when I was 15, and it was boring then. It's boring now. Because
I never remember what happens.
No.
in Attack of the Clones.
I just remember Anakin.
I know this. The clones don't attack.
Yeah, the clones don't attack. Anakin gets his hand cut off by Count Dooku.
Oh yeah,
I
that's
thought
right.
they did attack at the end,
But not it's not a true
while they're
it's not a
fighting
true attack
Goku.
because
Goku.
it's a misnomer. And it's just like, ugh, I can't with this.
Not Goku. Saruman.
Christopher
Grogu.
Lee. Dooku.
Yeah.
So
Darth Tyrannus. Yeah.
I do wanna say-
Tyrannosaurus Rex.
I do want to say this from
Darth Dookie.
chat. Baba said Yoda plus Wilford Brimley equals gold. Except they weren't in the same movie, Baba.
That would have been great. That would have been
Wicked was.
hysterical.
Warren Davis.
I'm sure if I ever see any of those things, which I highly, highly doubt that I will, based on how disregarded they are by Star Wars fans. But ask me again once the Disney Star Wars movies are old enough, and maybe things might change.
Maybe.
Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna. Thank you for bringing that up because one of those has the worst lightsaber battles in my opinion.
Oh, absolutely.
And
Ugh.
that is, for me, it is the middle one. The name escapes me.
Last Jedi.
The Last
I think?
Jedi.
Last Jedi.
Ugh.
When Rey and the young brat
Kylo Ren.
team up and then they fight
Not Ben
those
Solo.
people. I'm like,
Wasn't that the one you said you were liking today, or so?
No, I was saying the different one when they're fighting each other. That
not
in
when
the
they're
snow.
fighting each other. When
yeah.
they team up and they're
that's-
fighting
okay,
the
okay.
guards.
The Force Awakens.
It's so ridiculous because they use the they have the Force. They don't use it. It's like
Is that
these
when
are
they're fighting the Red Knights?
Yes.
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay, I know what you're talking
And
about.
these are Force users who don't use the Force. So it's the most ridiculous. Anyway, great trivia, Francisco.
Thank you, Paul.
And now that we've all had some trivial fun, let's find out what you, the Rad Rewinders, had about Star Wars Episode Revenge of the Sith.
Nathan James Norman remembers, I showed this to my kids when they were a bit too young. I remember holding my hands over their eyes as Anakin baked on Mustafar. My daughter buried her head into me. My son squirmed away. I want to see. I want to see.
Oh no.
It's Marshmallow Kid.
Get marshmallows. Wow.
Yep.
I hate you.
Make some s'mores. I'm sure you could have of Anakin's roasting carcass.
Oh, my word.
Celeste says she remembers so many things. She says, I like to hold the fan theory that Padme didn't die of a broken heart, but rather Palpatine used her life force to save Anakin.
Oh, that's an interesting theory. Is that in the book at all?
No.
Oh, okay. Kennethan says, classic all the way, even with the issues. It has the high ground, smiley face.
All right. And David Bopke says, no memories. I've only seen the original 3. I wasn't going to comment, but before the recording, someone said I should comment. Then they said I shouldn't, but it's too late now. Yada, yada. Dislikes. Go.
Right, Bravo. I like your gumption. Yes, let's get into our dislikes. Alice?
Worst woes.
Our worst woes, the things we disliked most about episode 3. Let's begin with Paul. What did you dislike? What's one thing you disliked about this film?
Okay. For me, I watched this on the 4K TV, and this movie does it. Some of the backgrounds, especially, are so digital that it doesn't look real. Like or I should say, some of it looks real, but doesn't feel real.
Yeah.
Like, for example, Yoda. He looks a lot better than the puppet that they originally used in episode 1. I don't know how you can't make a puppet better than it was before. But I much prefer the digital Yoda. But even that, it oftentimes doesn't feel real.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And a lot of the backgrounds, especially when there's a lot going on, it's hard to really get emotionally involved when it just doesn't.
There's no texture. Like there's no on-screen texture. It's just all felt digital. I agree.
Yeah.
That was. Can I jump in?
Yeah, go for it.
Dislike.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I literally said the reliance on heavily digitized CG effects because you just lost a lot of realness, and then things are just. I mean, there's a lot of action, but there's just not enough like depth to what's going on.
Bring me.
Oh
the
my gosh!
backgrounds. They were so much better.
There's one scene where, all right, there's Obi-Wan. He's on that planet on the outskirts where he's looking for
Utapau.
I don't know, General Grievous.
Utapau.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Where the
lizard
he's
like on his little spaceship, and he's surrounded by the clone troopers, and one of them's Cody. He has his mask off.
Yeah.
And Cody looks like a photo rendering of the actor that's playing him.
Yeah.
But there's like 4 other clone troopers around them with their helmet off, and they look like from the 3D animated version. There's like no texture or realism in their faces or anything.
And they definitely had the technology. I mean, sometimes I give some grace when I'm like, okay, this was older, but I'm like, they had the technology for it to be better.
Yeah, you can see. I'm like, they used his face for Cody. Why didn't they use it for the other ones? Like,
So it didn't make a dislike list. Danae, were you done adding to?
Yeah, that's good. Yep.
So the CG didn't make my dislike list, but I did notice something I wanted to mention, and I mentioned this to Ashley as we were watching it. But so Ashley and I had went and saw this in the theater when it was re-released several months back.
I don't like that either. No, go ahead. I like it. Go ahead.
and so it was great. It is awesome to see it on the big screen. Then we watched it the other night for the podcast, and I noticed we're in the opening scene with the rescue of Palpatine. Fake rescue of Palpatine, and I'm looking at R2D2, and I pause it or something, and
you paused it.
Yeah, and tell Ashley, this is weird, Ashley. There's like, I don't remember like while I'm looking at R2 now, it looks like a PlayStation 5 game or an Xbox game. It looks like a very very nice looking CG rendering of R2D2.
Yeah.
But when I saw it in the theater, I didn't notice that at all. It looked like a normal, like is the R2D2 puppet. So it was just a weird. I'm not sure what.
It was off. It felt off.
Yeah, I'm not sure what about seeing it big.
Well, maybe because the shrinking of the size between the theater screen and your TV screen, you lose some of those details in there.
So in losing it, it feels less real because
because you don't have. You're right.
Yeah. Okay, that could be.
You don't have all the textures.
Interesting comment I wanted to mention since we were on that topic, but
fix it, Lucas.
Ashley, were the digital effects something that made your dislike list, or was there something else?
No, the digital effects, I mean, I could say yes. There was so much going on. The things that were done well, it was off-putting because the things that didn't have texture, they were incredibly jarring on screen, but there were some details that were just so good, and it was just a cluster because you had some really good things, some things lacking texture. It was just a mismatch, and it's like, you've shown us that you can do good. And then all of this is just lazy. It just seems like lazy cost-cutting measures.
It's better than I could do, but yeah.
yeah, me too.
Maybe.
But even though those things can be distracting, off-putting, it wasn't enough to end up on my dislike list. But I'll tell you what did.
Yes, please.
Good gravy. All of the council meetings, all of the Senate meetings, just sitting and talking.
I still don't understand all the political stuff.
And sitting and talking.
Right.
And can I just like fast forward because I don't feel like
prepare fast forward.
Yeah, like I want to watch it on like 3x speed. Anytime they're in a council meeting, anytime they're in a Senate meeting, I feel like it did almost nothing to add to the plot. It's just people sitting there, they're having some conversations. And even when it's just a period of time where it's just 2 characters, the only thing that captures my attention are the ominous like head turns. Not from a Jedi.
I think what we need is Aaron Sorkin to do a script doctor on all those parts and make them way punchier, way
that's
better.
not a bad idea.
Those were complaints that people had about the first and the second. And it's like, well, we heard you didn't like it, so here's more of it.
Well, we got to tie up the strings. No, you don't.
No, you don't. If anything,
So much.
leave it on the cutting room floor because it didn't
Yeah.
feel necessary.
I still don't understand why Anakin went and killed all the leaders of the Separatists when they were under Palpatine's control anyway.
I
'cause
think he was given the order.
Yeah.
I know he. Okay, I understand why Anakin went and did that, but I don't understand from a political perspective why not keep them and use them as the outskirts to keep control under the Empire.
Because he already had a plan, because something that was left out, and this was something that ended up on the cutting room floor. The Separatists, they had nothing to do really afterward, because when it was a deleted scene, and this was something that I watched today. It was a Senate scene, and Palpatine actually installed what were going to be known as the Imperial Moffs. He installed governors in different star systems. So he had way more control than he ever needed. He was setting the pieces for what would become the Empire before
So why not use those people as governors, since they're already rulers of planets in different areas, and then the Empire's reach can be farther?
They were just pawns in his scheme. They served their purpose, and they had outlived that purpose. And according to the Sith, once you have gotten value from people, they're no longer worth anything to you. So it was just easier to not have to deal with them, because I'm sure the Trade Federation, they had their own demands, their own expectations, and I'm sure that Palpatine paid lip service to them to get them, manipulate them to achieve the end that he had in mind. So it's like you've
that
outlived
wasn't
your
explained
purpose.
well, but anyway.
Yeah,
So-
like a consolidation of power. You're not having to negotiate or deal with that. You're like, and I'm taking it, and we're
It's
starting
like,
over.
you did what you needed to. Thanks for your service. Bye.
That's but just the amount of talking through all those means, I could totally see being just such a drag on the story overall.
Or reduce them. Like, get to the point, hit the main point. It's kind of like writing an outline for a paper in high school. They just want the details. They just want the little details. Give us the most important
want the
details.
title.
What was that,
Just
Paul?
give me the title.
The title.
Revenge of the Sith. That's all you need to know about this movie. The Sith get their revenge, right?
Right. Don't go into all the political stuff.
Oh, okay. I see. So my first dislike has nothing to do with the politics, poorly ran politics in this movie,
The boring politics.
or the digital effects. It has to do with character choices, and so I don't understand why. I mean, I understand it's almost like we needed the plot to go this way, but I don't really comprehend. And maybe if you guys can explain it to me, great. Why doesn't Anakin wait for Windu to finish arresting Palpatine? Why does he? I mean, he waits
Because he thinks he's going to kill him right there.
he
How does he
assumes.
know but then he shouldn't wait at all?
Because he
should
says
go-
he's too dangerous to be left alive.
Exactly.
He goes, he leans in, and Anakin's like, no, he has to stand for trial. And then he's like, he has all his fingers in the courts.
I get that. But if Anakin expected that, why isn't he hot on Windu's heels? No, he goes and waits for hours, it seems, and then goes and tries to stop
because
Windu.
he was told to wait.
He was trying
and
to be a good
he
little
went against
Jedi.
orders not to wait. It wasn't hours. It was while they were. It was like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or something.
I don't think it was that long because it went from afternoon to night. What between those two
Well,
things?
The sun
that's
had
movie
set.
magic.
What was that, Paul?
That's movie magic.
Well, very obviously, the sun had set between Anakin's conversation with Mace Windu to Windu and the
And
other
this.
Jedi's confronting Palpatine. There is a
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
it was
waited
like
too
night.
long.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it seems weird. It seems like he should have just gone not waited at all and just snuck and been like I don't know, holding on to their craft while they're going or something like that. I don't know how you do it, but it just seems like he waited so long for no reason. If he's gonna go anyway, he's gonna be a disobedient child. Just be disobedient right away.
Should I? Shouldn't I? I know I shouldn't because I was told not to, so I'm doing the right thing. And then he was like, I can't stand it anymore.
Okay, well maybe that's in the novel, but I wasn't getting any of that from his looks out the window at Padme across
I
the
did.
Coruscant.
But, all
So
right.
okay, that is my first dislike. Let's go back to Danae. What's something else you didn't like?
Okay. I think one of the things that I have the hardest time with this movie is, other than the background or like the scroll that you get at the beginning,
Yeah.
there's not a lot of exposition. So even if you have seen the movies, it's like the jumping around of all the locations, and the Jedi are going here. All of a sudden, the Jedi are like their own militant force. They're like rebel pilots, and you're like, I don't know what's going on. You're watching it; it's enjoyable, but it's also very hard to follow plot wise because there's so many things going on with no explanation or very little. Too much is going on without enough background.
Yeah,
Right.
In my opinion.
Yeah.
I have not read the book, so.
No, you're right.
me,
I've read
it's
the
too
books,
much.
and yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I
But
totally
I haven't
agree.
read the book in 20 years. So.
Ditto.
Yeah.
Ashley, did you feel like a lack of exposition was present, or was there something else you just liked?
I mean, I can definitely see they're assuming that you know what should be going on. They're assuming that you know more about Star Wars than the average movie-going fan would know.
Yeah.
And I think that is definitely a missed opportunity where they could just add tiny bits of dialogue, or maybe they even tell you that this is the planet, because there are setups throughout the movie about Kenobi going on his headhunting to go track down Grievous to Utapau and take him out. And there are these little things, but you have to be paying such close attention.
So
blink
close.
and you'll miss it. So I can definitely understand that. And I feel like the only reason why I am able to follow along is because I've seen it so many times. And I did read the novelization, and I am a diehard like pre-Disney Star Wars fan. So I like internalize everything that's going on, so I remember it. But definitely not on, it's not something that's on my dislike list, but I'll tell you what was.
Yes, please.
Honestly, just the motivation of Anakin to seek out Palpatine. I had a nightmare. My wife is going to die in childbirth.
Oh, I thought you were saying you had a nightmare.
And I need to save her. And I need to save her. I had a really bad dream. And this skeevy Sheev Palpatine man. And I just telling me, oh, I knew this Dark Lord of the Sith, and he had this power to create life, and he could save others from death. He couldn't save himself because he was killed in his sleep. But he says, I'm sure together we could figure it out. And it's like, there was no promise. It's like, if we work together, I can promise and do this. Like, don't commit to the skeevy Dark Lord of the Sith unless he gives you like a definitive answer. He was alluding that I might have this power. I was the apprentice to this dude.
But he didn't say we'll figure it out together till after she died.
I know, but it's so dumb. It's like, really? You can't trust him. You've known him since you were a literal 9-year-old, and he was a senator from the planet where the girl that you had the hots for as a little kid, and then eventually went on to marry and father a child with. Yes, she is your everything, but you can't make one person the center of your world and have a nightmare determine, like, I am going to do a complete 180 because I don't want to lose her. I had a bad dream about my mom, and I found her right before she died.
Well, he was having multiple.
I know, but it's like, you can't trust someone who says, like, oh, have you ever heard this tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise, blah, 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 blah. I'm going to just give you little shreds of information, but I'm not going to actually demonstrate to you how I can help you. I'm going to manipulate you into thinking that keeping me alive is the only way that you can save your wife.
I mean,
well, you know what's...
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, sorry, go ahead. I was going to say, that was one of the things on my list, is he had not even said that he was a Sith at that point. How did Anakin not question, how do you know about this? How do you know about his apprentice? There was no questioning.
As a senator, you hear a lot of things from a lot of people.
Right. They're so secretive that everyone knows.
Yes.
That's a fair point.
That was on my list. I was like, how is he not seeing, reading between the lines here? He's basically telling him that he's a Sith. Otherwise, how would he know any of that?
In the books, they explain.
Stop it!
Yeah. All right. I'll stop.
He reveals himself much earlier in the book.
Oh,
so there is added context, and he actually reveals himself well before that. And Anakin is just kind of like, but he's like,
I'm not going to tell anybody.
And justifies the means for him.
And in the books, it explains how the Sith are using the dark side of the Force to cloud the judgment of the Jedi and hold back their powers even.
Oh wow.
But
Interesting.
Yeah, but for me, it's not enough motivation. It's like, really? You're going to give up everything that you've been working for the last 10 plus
Right.
years. I know you
Yeah.
love Padme. She's your secret wife. And you're going to have secret babies together that nobody knows about, even though she's showing. And it's like, what is going on? But just because you trust this man and you've known him since you were a literal child, he hasn't demonstrated to you that he has any capability of doing
Yeah.
anything. So it's a far stretch. Even watching it again and again and again, it's just like, really? You're
Over
giving
all
up.
the-
You're
yeah.
going through all of this and you're giving up everything because you had a series of nightmares. You couldn't like talk it through and work it through. You should have probably gone to therapy, Anakin. So
Well,
you-
he did
yeah.
talk to Yoda.
I know, but he just
And
he was
you know what's-
consumed by it. He was.
You know what's even
consumed
more
by it.
tragic than that? Is that the later Disney versions introduce force healing, which nullifies this whole point.
Oh,
Oh,
really?
Can't follow.
That was great acting right there by Natalie Portman. Too bad she didn't use it when dying.
Yeah, right.
Paul, what was breaking your heart about this movie? What's something else you just liked?
I'm a Star Wars fan.
What?
I love Star Wars. Jedi are awesome. But how they showed the Jedi getting killed way too easily is just almost tragic for me. It's ridiculous. They got snuffed out way too quickly. There would have been more of a fight, especially in the temple. You have all those young Jedis. Like, I don't understand
Aw.
how a bunch of clone troopers they would need a lot more than they showed in order to take out all the Jedis in the temple, let alone the individual ones that they showed just getting knocked off so quickly.
Yeah.
So that your dislike was that they need a lot more clone troopers to take out the Jedis that
The Jedi were killed way too easily.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
yes,
like
agreed.
even without any kind of fight, it's kind of like they're just ants being squished underneath the finger of like a small child. It's like it shouldn't be that easy, and the fact that they made it because the Jedi have been around for over a millennia. They're this order. They're trained. They're force sensitive. They have all these powers, but they're snuffed out by these clones. Just like, bye bye. I get it.
Right.
It is a tragedy.
They would have sensed a lot of it. What they showed, they would have sensed that and would have been able to block it.
Yeah. Or is it possible that all the Jedis that aren't on the council just are really, really bad Jedis? They're not good.
No, they showed the ones that are on the council.
Yeah, those ones went
Oh,
down
yeah,
like punks,
that's
just like the rest of them.
Yeah.
So how did Yoda and Obi-Wan, why are they the remnants?
Well,
Right
because
place at the wrong time.
yeah, because Yoda actually was sensing in the Force like the other Jedi should have been doing,
Oh, yeah. good
Yeah.
point.
and Obi-Wan got lucky because they thought shooting from a million miles away would kill him.
Yeah.
So he just held his breath long enough.
Why he thought it was intentional and not just like a misfire from all the firing that's going
Oh,
on
good point. Yeah, yeah.
is beyond me. But
All right, so I'm gonna go to my next dislike, and we're talking about Palpatine and the Senate means and all that, but I'm narrowing into something very specific about Palpatine, and that's his makeup. It is so, it's jarringly different from how it looks in Return of the Jedi, and I wish it would have just looked more like how it looks in Return of the Jedi. I mean, I get his transition. Going to like all saggy skin and
you know
white and
what
pale.
really what another thing they do well in Kenobi, I will say it is hard to watch, but they do a projection where it's like a morph between the two.
Okay.
Oh,
So they're like getting there, but yeah, you're absolutely right.
Transitional.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it doesn't. I can't see a reason why it would go from that to what it is in Return of the Jedi over the course of years. I feel like he's not really going to age really or whatever, but
Yeah.
it just seemed they could have just matched it and been fine. I mean, it's fine that it looks normal, and then this lightning effect, that's how he changes and looks that way. Okay, cool. But then they should have just made it look like how it looks in Return of the Jedi. So that's my next dislike.
And my what made my dislike is like he looks so hideous and like disfigured. like, I know you're not supposed to do this, but I wouldn't believe anything the guy said after
Yeah,
looking
he
like
goes
that.
and speaks in front of the Senate, and I'm like, no
I don't
one
care
questions it at all.
Yeah.
you were, but you're obviously not who you were.
Yeah,
so
exactly. How do
I'm
we
not
know you're
listening
still
to
the
you
same
anymore.
person? Exactly.
Don't pay attention.
Yeah.
To my face.
He's like, and deformed. It's like
You don't even sound the
yeah,
same.
you don't sound the
so
same.
You don't sound the same. You don't look the same. Is this like, are we on candid camera prank right now?
His
Like,
outsides
this is a
match
joke,
his
right?
insides. It finally
Yeah.
caught up with him.
Also, I'm gonna, before I forget it, this is bonus dislike. Okay, you remember when they've killed all the Jedis. Obi-Wan and Yoda snuck back into the Jedi temple, and they're Yoda's like, "Don't look at the video because you'll be sad or something." And Obi-Wan's like, "I have to know." And they see him killing younglings. That's all sad, and that makes Obi-Wan sad, which is fine. But then they see, like, in the Palpatine's chambers, him knighting, I guess, whatever, saying you're now Darth Vader. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, so you have footage in
They
his.
found it so fast.
Yeah, found it so fast. You could have you bugged his office, obviously, but you needed someone on the inside to talk to him. Why aren't you just reviewing this footage all the time?
They probably were.
And not getting anything? That doesn't make sense. So
It's just what the government does. They bug and spy and bug.
I guess so. So, okay, that was bonus dislike. Now let's get to our tragic makers, though. The things we hate most about Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. I'm going to go Paul first. What's your tragic maker, Paul?
Okay. Well, what was Francisco's classic make
Oh, come on.
about Anakin switching so fast after all this time?
No. It wasn't that he
Is-
switched so fast. It's just that he switched
You
at all.
2.5 movies and then he switches. All right.
No,
Okay,
the
fine.
switch happens too fast. I will agree with you in that.
Okay,
I'm
and
just
that's
saying
my
the fact
tragic
that he
maker.
switches at all was
You
my
got it.
classic maker.
Anakin with this stupid big hair helmet, and then he switches so easily.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And bows before Palpatine, and then immediately goes to killing younglings.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Yeah.
it doesn't make any
The
sense.
It doesn't.
The character motivation is so bad.
Yeah.
Right.
So bad.
And then after finding out, like, oh, Palpatine doesn't know the way, well, I'll just force choke kill you because that's what I've done to everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe I'll make up with Obi-Wan because he's still alive, and maybe, I don't know. It just doesn't make sense to me
Yeah.
for someone who's gone that long. Yeah.
I completely agree. And that, I would say, is not a discredit to my classic maker.
All right, I take that back.
Okay. But I completely agree with you there. Yeah. Danae, was that moment happening too fast something that was your tragic maker or something else?
Yeah, it ties in with
Oh,
that.
okay,
It's very
great.
related. So mine was just how much of the foreshadowing was very obvious and done way too early in the movie.
Yeah,
Down
yeah.
to like the costume choices, like Anakin wearing all the dark robes
Yeah,
versus the rest of the Jedi. I mean, that was from the first scene. So it's like his attitude.
So his
was
switch
just,
wasn't
like,
fast enough. They
Uh,
protected it too quickly.
It was I mean, it was too obvious. I'm like, if you
Okay.
know what's gonna happen, I wanted more nuance. I wanted to
Yeah.
see more of the struggle, like we've talked about through this. Like
Yeah.
that would have been in the books or would have been cut out. But it's so unbelievable. Anakin, but also just like the Jedi Council. I mean, they're seeing him struggle. They're setting him up to fail. I'm like, there's all of this that just feels really contrived.
Yes.
As far as the motivations behind things to like get to this end goal, or like not end goal, but like end plot element. It was just so much given away too early. The foreshadowing was really obvious.
Yeah.
The attitudes were bad. It's just, I don't know. It didn't seem realistic to me.
Yeah.
So.
It wasn't done well in that
No.
transition part. I agree with you there. But you mentioned the council. This is just I'll throw a bonus out. for anyone who for anyone who's seen the Clone Wars, not the 2D animated, but the 3D animated.
Yep, I've seen.
Well, even some of the
both.
2D animated.
I've
It
seen
shows Anakin. He's had adventures with all these people on the council. He's saved their lives, and he knows like he is for the most part, better than each of them sitting there. And so it makes more sense that he's frustrated why he's not on the council when he's looking at him and he's like, I saved you, you know, and you're telling me no? Like,
but it's like he can't see the forest for the trees because his attitude.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, but I agree with you. That wasn't shown
at all,
like as well as it could have.
Yeah.
He just looks like a punk, and they're all seeing him like a punk, but nobody is helping him or reaching out or like, hey,
which they should have been. Right.
We're training you. They're not doing that. They're setting him up to fail over. We're putting you with this guy that we want you to spy on. We see that you're having these struggles. You're telling us about your terrible dreams. No one is helping him.
Right. Yeah. And they're the master supposed to be. Oh, I'll just throw this in a bonus. Oh wait, I already did. Here's another one. One of my favorite memes is when Anakin goes in to kill the younglings and
jeez.
And the boy goes, Master Skywalker, there's something there's and he goes, wait, did you call me master? And then he joins them.
Well, all right then.
I
noticed that several times they referred to other people, I forget who, refer to him as Master Skywalker after he's already turned, and it doesn't make sense.
So I want to get to Ashley's next dislike, but I do want to throw in a Francisco's Fabulous fan
Another
fiction.
bonus!
No, Francisco's Fabulous fan fiction is fabulous. I think it would have been perfect, and Danae, you said something that made me think of this. You said, hey, he's in black right away. And I made me think, isn't he black in Attack of the Clones? But no, he's in sort of the normal Jedi garb. I think it would have been really great if he was in that up until during the first sequence in the movie. Then he kills Dooku, and he almost puts on black to be in mourning. And it actually, he doesn't realize it at the time, but it's actually he's turning more to the dark side. And that's just a show of that. But maybe he just believes he's doing it because he's in mourning for something he committed. So I think that would have been a cool little sort of transition, so he doesn't just star in black. It's like, why is he in black? So
maybe he likes to hide in the shadows because he's hiding away so that people doesn't know he's hanging out with Padme.
I guess so. But Ashley, don't keep your next dislike in the shadows. What else don't you like?
I was gonna say you need an Edna mode because I've already done my 2 dislikes.
What? Hold on.
You're not tracking, dude.
Oh, no, you're right. We're to Tragic Makers now. Yeah. Edna mode. Yeah, because Paul, you just gave me your Tragic Maker, and that
was mine too.
And then that's
mine.
Not my
Danae's
tragic.
also.
Oh yes, it was. Never mind. Take that back.
Okay.
Bonus. That was my tragic me.
Okay.
Are you still in Edna mode?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna turn on a light.
Okay.
This is very dark. My skylight is getting darker and darker.
Oh, I think Danae's gonna go to the dark side. She's slowly getting darker here.
Unlike Anakin.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Pay attention, Francisco.
I have it marked down, which is weird. You think I'd know? Oh, we're in Tragic Makers, Francisco.
Tragic Maker.
Exactly. So that just leaves me and Ashley, I believe, for Tragic Makers. Okay. All right. Now, so yeah.
Wait. Let Danae.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were done, Danae. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go. Okay.
All right. Now that Paul, Danae, that's your Tragic Maker. That's sort of that whole element of Anakin turning too fast and whatnot.
Everything was obvious.
Everything was obvious.
Yeah.
Ashley, I'm curious if your Tragic Maker will be obvious to us or if it's something like, whoa, what the junk?
Well, it should be obvious because that was nearly what mine was completely as well.
Okay.
We know that Anakin is going to become Darth Vader. We know because this is who we're introduced to in A New Hope.
Now, if you're watching chronologically.
No one is doing that. No one is doing that because that removes so many elements from the original trilogy. No, don't do that to yourself. Don't do it. But
friends don't let friends watch Star Wars chronologically.
Exactly. I mean, I have only because I saw it in the order and it was released, and it makes it so much more rich. Mm-hmm. But knowing what we know, that he is going to become this big villain. He's going to be Darth Vader. He's going to be the second in command in the Empire. He's this larger than life villain. He's menacing. It's hard to take Anakin Skywalker's fall to the dark side seriously, knowing what we know of Darth Vader, because it just seems so unbelievable for the fact that it's just for such a reason. It's like, really? It goes back to the whole motivation here. You're having bad dreams. You're going to lose your love. Two bad dreams. That's it. You had 2 bad dreams. You're not.
There's more in the book.
You're not being honest with the people around you.
Yeah.
And honestly, you literally go in like less than 2 minutes. You go through, what have I done, to I'll do whatever you want, my master.
Right.
So really, your allegiances can change that quickly because you somehow believe, and Palpatine is saying all these things, and it's enough to just completely flip you and have you just be this menace. And then from confronting and going, oh, he's a Sith Lord, and confronting Mace Windu. It's 9 minutes in the movie. 9 minutes he goes from, oh, we have a Sith Lord in our midst. Oh my gosh, I need to tell everybody. To 9 minutes later in the cinematic, in this movie, and then he is killing younglings. Really?
Like
watch
movie time.
Yeah, in
9
watch
minutes.
time, it is 9 minutes. 9 minutes he goes from finding out the Sith Lord, telling the Jedi Council, oh, we need to do something about it. Oh, I'll do whatever you ask, my master. And it's
Kill younglings.
Yeah.
No, I don't think I'll do that.
It is way too rushed. And honestly, the motivations for him becoming Darth Vader and everything that leads to the end, it could have been done so much better.
Yeah.
And he's supposed to be this epic villain, but his origin story is pitiful and pathetic. It's like, really, dude? That's your motivation? You had some bad dweems about your secret baby mama? I'm sorry, Anakin. That's not enough motivation, because if you actually
more than just dreams, it's actually the future. Where he.
Well, but still, okay, yes, it's not. I guess
it's
it's a little
tragic
reductive to say it's just dreams, but
you're trying to undo, and you become the sole reason why. And yes, that is a
Exactly.
tragedy, but I don't feel like it's good enough. I feel like this villain origin story, it deserves something so much better than what was actually dealt on screen.
The concept of you trying to prevent a tragedy from happening actually causes the tragedy.
It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. And yes, that is a very common trope, but I feel like it could have been done so much better. And they should have paced it better, because by rushing it to get to this point, the pacing is all over the place, and then they have to rush. And it just, you're doing this all in the last like 20 to 30 minutes of the movie. And I feel like it wasn't given the attention that it needed. It wasn't given the gravitas that it should have been given.
And this is why George Lucas quit Star Wars.
And this
because
is why
everyone told him to do it better.
Because George Lucas shouldn't, he does it best when he is focusing on one thing. When you are writing, when you are directing, when you are leading the charge on all fronts, things suffer.
Yeah.
And I feel like because he was trying to do so much of this on his own in this prequel trilogy, it got lost for the count. And it could have been so much better with some pacing choices and not rushing things from 9 minutes. Oh, let's go get the Sith Lord. Oh, I'm going to follow you because you took down everybody else. And what have I done? Oh, I'm good. I have no remorse. I'm good. Let me just move forward to save the love of my life. Oh, it seems in your anger you killed her. No.
She's dead.
It's too much. And it's just, I'll use the word ridiculous for me. It's just ridiculous, because it's like, you're Darth Vader. You're supposed to be this menacing force that like force chokes people and kills people at the drop of a hat. And no, I can't. Thanks. I hate it.
Was there something you were going to say, Danae?
No.
Okay.
I'm just disagreeing. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I wonder if the pacing would have been better if you just removed General Grievous.
Yeah, I don't think you need the whole thing with General Grievous, honestly.
He shows up out of like nowhere.
He's much better in the Clone Wars series. Like, he's great there. But he and Dooku in this movie, they're just throwaway characters to kind of advance the plot, but they're barely on screen and they don't really add all that much.
It's mainly just a way to get Obi-Wan off planet when the Order 66 happens.
Exactly. They're just plot contrivances and they feel just forced.
Distracting.
Like the Force.
Yes.
Well, that, not to force my tragic maker on you guys, but I guess that's what I'm going to do. It has nothing to do with really anything. This is like such the silliest quibble, but it bothers me so much.
It's his hair, isn't it?
No, it's not his hair. Yes, I'm jealous of Hayden Christensen's hair. Why can't I have it?
It's the fact that he goes down like a punk just because Obi-Wan was standing on a hill.
It's not that either. Oh. And this is some of your guys' classic makers too, so it's fine. As awesome and great and climactic as the ending lightsaber duel between Obi-Wan and Anakin are is there's this one moment where they're both just twirling their lightsabers around, facing each other. Just let me twirl around as fast as I can. And there's no reason for it. It's like, why are you doing this? Stab him. What are you doing?
So good at it.
It's visually interesting.
Sure. There's so much else though of them actually clashing and trying to get the better one up on one another that is also equally interesting. Them going down that corridor and the lightsabers hitting the walls and making burn marks and stuff, that's great. I love that stuff. It's fantastic. But them just like whoa, 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 whoa. I'm like,
okay,
are you
I have
preschoolers
a
pretending
question.
to be lightsaber
For you,
dueling?
Francisco. In that
Yes.
moment, were you just hoping that they would get on with it?
Yeah.
Get on with it. Yes, get on with it.
Bite me, Ashley. That's what I have to say.
That was well deserved.
Can't believe you do that. My own bride backstab me like that. You
I had the high
You gotta
ground.
come at me, stab me in my face. Okay.
Now,
Anyway,
you'll try to do a flippy flip, but I'll be on a hill, so I'll get you. It's okay. It's okay. We have cybernetic technology. We can make you like a version of Vader. It's fine.
Anyway, that was my treasure maker. Just this pointless. Whoa, 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 whoa. We're kindergartners pretending to lightsaber duel. When the rest of it was so great. But now that we've entered all our trajectories into the firing computer, Alice, do you have a firing solution for us?
Firing solution complete. Rating salvo armed and ready to fire on your mark.
Alrighty. Do we rate Star Wars 3? Yeah, Bob, she did backstab me in the front, all right. Do we rate Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, a classic? We'd recommend anyone go see this, whether or not they've seen it before. Though I think we'll all say you can't really just watch this movie. Yes, you have to see the first two. I think that will be the one asterisk, we'll say. Do we rate a classic? Anyone should see it. A nostalgic, if you remember liking it growing up or when you watched it last, yeah, it'd be fun to watch it again. It won't be a waste of time. You'll enjoy that. But if you've never seen it before, yeah, keep it that way. Or do we rate it a tragic? It's not worth anyone's time today. If you've never seen it before, definitely keep it that way. And if you have seen it before, don't sully any good memories you have of it with a rewatch. So let's begin with our guests as we like to. Let's start with Danae. You had predicted nostalgic. What was your final rating for this film?
I think I'll stick with nostalgic.
Okay,
Just because it's still a needed part of the Star Wars universe, but it's definitely not my favorite.
Okay, all right, very fair. Ashley, you're the sole person to have predicted classic. Did it stay classic for you? Did it change at all?
Classic.
It did actually stay the same.
Oh,
and
okay.
Because it is part of the Star Wars universe. You can't take this away because it adds to the original foundation that was set by that original trilogy. You can't separate it. You can't watch it on its own. It's part of a legacy of this brilliant epic story. And even though Anakin is a punk, and there are bits and pieces that are boring and
there was a
ridiculous.
dumb lightsaber part where they weren't actually doing anything.
At least one person has said yes to that, and I was not that person. But even given all of the sum of its parts, but I won't.
She's not gonna bow and change her mind.
I'm not changing my mind. I am a die-hard fan of the original and prequel trilogies. I am that millennial who saw it in theaters at 18. I love it at 38. I don't think it's ever gonna change. I know it's bad. It's not the best. It's generally regarded in the bottom rung of Star Wars films. And you know what? It's awesomely bad in my world. And you can't separate it from Star Wars. It is just embodied there. Love it, hate it. It's a classic to me, and it doesn't matter what anyone else thinks. No one can change my mind.
You know what, Ashley? I love that you said that because, I mean, there's lasers in this movie, and it's awesomely bad. There's another awesomely bad movie called Laser Mission that we definitely should watch, and I think you would love it as well. Yes? Yes?
Oh,
We'll
I
watch.
don't think so.
No.
This is a long-running meme between me and Ashley about this movie called Laser Mission. I won't bore you with it, but
Is
Too late.
wow, Paul. Thank you, Ashley and Danae. So we have classic and nostalgic, but before we get to me and Paul's reigns, we go to you, our reflux capacitors, the people that support the podcast. Thank you so much for your support. And according to you guys, you rate Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, a classic as well. So now we have two classics and
Someone's as
nostalgic.
misguided as me. Maybe. We'll see.
Well,
More
Paul?
than one.
Paul,
Yes.
you had predicted nostalgic. Where does it end up for you?
Because everyone else is staying the same, I'm gonna stay the same. Why not? No, but seriously, I rate this nostalgic because I think it's a Star Wars movie. It's a
Star Wars movie.
It's one of the better ones comparatively to especially the holiday special and some later ones that may have come along.
That's the only comparison.
No, another comparison is
it the holiday special? All right, it's a nostalgic.
It's the
no. I think it's enjoyable if you're going to go through the saga. It's a needed, like I said before, like it's been said before. It's a needed part of the saga, and I think it's
Serviceable.
well done. I don't know, but
it's there.
It's
yeah,
there.
but it's not
There.
a movie that I would recommend anyone, whether they've seen it or not, go out like I would for Episode 4.
So it's when it's there at a buffet, all you can eat buffet. Yeah, get some. Why not? But if
I
it's
want
the
a
main entree, you have to pay
well-balanced
for it.
meal,
No way.
if I want a well-balanced telling of the Anakin saga, then I need to, yeah.
Okay.
And if you're a fan of Star Wars, I think you'll like. There are parts of it you'll definitely like,
Yeah.
so I recommend it to those.
Yeah,
people.
Just not the bubble shows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bubble shows. Oh my gosh. All right. So we have two.
Stupid opera that made my dislike list that I didn't bring up. Yes.
It's on my dislike list too.
We have two classics, two nostalgic. So I will be the tiebreaker.
Oh no.
And
Tragic.
It's gonna be nostalgic.
why?
I can see it
Why
on his
would
face.
Why would I rate this a tragic, guys? Except it so is not a tragic. I rate a nostalgic. Yes, you can see it on my face apparently.
I can.
Ashley.
I know. I called it from the very beginning.
Yeah, nostalgic for me. It was fun to get to rewatch again, but it's certainly not in the upper echelon of Star Wars movies. I feel like if you enjoyed it, seen it previously, yeah, it'll be fun to revisit again. Like when me and Ashley went and saw it in the theater, it's very enjoyable. Glad got to experience it. Definitely worth it. But it's not like, oh yeah, let me put on Revenge. Like I remember I'll share the story probably again in more detail when we get to Return of the Jedi. But I remember watching Return of the Jedi over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. So this is not that movie. I would not watch this over and over again. So nostalgic for me. So according to the Retro Rewind podcast, we rate Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, a very disputed nostalgic film.
Sorry, Kennethan.
Definitely watch it if you've seen it before. But if you've never seen it before, probably just go on to the original trilogy. Maybe. We're going to be rating those soon. But
Unless you're watching all of the Star Wars movies, the original and prequel trilogy on Star Wars Day, you can't skip it. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You can't. You can, but
it's a disservice to you.
it is. It is a perfectly serviceable movie. It's a disservice.
Francisco, when you were talking about being able to like rewatch some of the movies over and over, I feel like that to me feels like the difference between like the plot being standalone. Like you can watch the original trilogy independently, and not need a lot of you're gonna miss some plot. But some of these, like the episodes 1, 2, and 3, you really do need more of those together. Otherwise, standalone, you can't just come into it blind.
Yeah, exactly.
So that is I think a really interesting insight that you brought up.
I am quite insightful. But now let's incite ourselves back to the present.
20XX.
ComSat Online. Awaiting incoming transmissions.
Yes, it feels good to be back from 2005 back to 2025. But we wouldn't have been able to travel back in time to begin with if it weren't for our amazing reflux capacitors, namely Deborah Powers, Geek Devotion, Drew the Cellcast, Ashley Ruiz. Oh, you're right here. Woohoo! Kenneth and Fabulous Lomax. That's our Bob. Also in chat. D. Tungsten, Daryl Hafner, Cool Deluxe, Dustin, He's a Big Deal Warford, Flux, Redeemed Otaku, in addition to 2 other awesome patrons as well. Thank you all so much for keeping the gigawatts coming. And if you want to help keep us flying and get bonus content for your generosity, head over to retrorewindpodcast.com/support or firejoystudios.com/subscribe to start.
Is sponsored by Paul J. Powers.
You want to try that again?
It will make a fine addition to my collection.
I'll just put it in after.
All right. Sorry for the folks watching live, Bobo. Great trivia, Francisco. Let me find out where I'm supposed to be reading from.
Oh my.
Right after the play PaulJPowers.com promo.
Yes. There we go. All right. Say, Francisco, we really appreciate all the support we get from our listeners,
Yes.
especially financially, but some are not able to contribute financially. How can they support the show?
They can vote me to have emergency powers to be the empire of all podcasts.
Aha.
Yeah.
I see where this is going. Actually, are you having bad dreams?
No, but really, here's a great way you can support the show, even if you can't spare any change. So you, listening, probably enjoyed this episode if you made it this far. So if you aren't driving, tap the share icon in your podcast player for this episode and send it to a friend saying, I know you like Star Wars or Revenge of the Sith, so I thought you would like this podcast on it.
Cool. And I'll bet they'll thank you for it.
I'm sure they will.
And speaking of thanking people, I want to thank Edna Mode because there's something I forgot to do.
Oh, okay.
Edna Mode. I was going to ask you this earlier.
Oh, yes.
Danae. Usually you ask where people can be found. Some people don't want to be found online. So I wanted to ask you first. I could just thank you for coming on, sharing your thoughts, or I can ask you also where you want to be found.
I think I usually just say that I'm on Facebook and Instagram.
Okay.
If they have to find me, they have to add me as a friend. So
Okay. We'll go through it then.
there
Okay.
you go.
All right, back to the show. Cool, and I'll bet they'll thank you for it, Francisco.
I'm sure they will.
And speaking of thanking people, actually, we want to give a big force hug, but not so much that we kill them in their... Yeah, but we want to give a big thank you to Ashley Rees and Dana Berg for supporting.
So close.
What is it? It's
Danae.
been so long.
Dana?
What did I say?
You said Dana Berg.
Did I?
Dana Berg, yes, you did.
It's so bad, I thought it was on purpose.
Unless that's your alias.
I mean, don't feel bad.
Anaconda
Last week,
version.
I don't know if I've ever called you that before.
yeah. Last week he called there's a Suzanne on the show. Called her Susan. So don't feel alone.
Reading these notes. I'm right. Sorry.
Jonathan Williams. Not John. Johan
Johan
Williams.
Okay.
Donna Berger.
And it is Berg, right?
It's Berg, yeah.
Okay. All right.
Oh my gosh. Killing me.
All right. And we want to thank, insert here, sorry, try it again. Ashley Ruiz and Dana Burke. Dana.
Oh my god.
3 times the charm.
All right.
I'll just change my name. It's fine.
There
not
is
worth
no
the
Dana,
trouble.
only Danae. Okay, got it. All right.
You are now Dana
Right.
Vader.
Oh my
We
god.
want to give big thanks to Ashley Ruiz and Danae Berg for supporting us with their thoughts about Star Wars Episode I, Revenge of the Sith. So since we like to go alphabetical, we'll start with Ashley. Where can people find you online? And is there anything cool that they should check out?
Well, nothing is going on, but if you must traverse the star systems to find me, you can find me on the platform formerly known as Twitter. Find me at Ashley Ruiz1186, where I tweet about all things faith and fandom.
Awesome.
Cool. And Danae, thank you so much for coming back again for helping us review yet another Star Wars piece. And where can people find you if you want to be found?
If I want to be found, I'm on Facebook and Instagram. Or you can listen to a backlog of excellent episodes that I have guested on previously.
Indeed.
This is true.
Yes, I think you've been on our Caravan of Courage, Star Wars.
Oh, yeah.
Endor. And now you're going to be on several of this Star Wars episode and one or two more. So, yeah, awesome.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So thank you so much, Ashley, Danae, my awesome Sith Lord friend, Pamela Powers.com.
Whoa.
I'm sorry.
It's Paul.
Paolo.
Pablo or Pal. Yeah. Paolo Powers.com. PaulJPowers.com. And your rewinder for another awesome voyage. Dang it, it's not working. Okay, I'm going to insert the IU trick thing at the end. Yes.
Fix it in
Paolo
post.
J. Power. So I got the Pamela from
Paolo.
Baba.
Paolo.
Okay. So IU trick, just save the podcast. Yes, all the Edna's Baba. Okay.
And speaking of podcasts, I am PaulJPowers.com. You can find me and what I've been up to lately at PaulJPowers.com.
I just realized something.
Did you not hit record?
Hit record.
No, I hit record. That's not the issue.
What did you do
Paul,
now?
can you check what mic source you're using?
Absolutely.
Because I bet you dollars to donuts this whole time it hasn't been the actual your mic.
Go to settings. Yeah. Like this when I speak in closer.
Now it is. What did you change?
Nothing. I just
You just
leaned
got
in closer to
closer.
the mic.
Oh, really? All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now where's my donuts? Thank you. You can find me. I'm PaulJPowers.com.
No, don't do that now because
PaulJPowers.com.
from the rest.
We'll overnight shift them.
PaulJPowers.com.
Thank you. Thank you, Paul. And you can find me on our Discord for show announcements or just to say hi. Join us there at retrorewindpodcast.com/Discord. Culture Box isn't working either, so I'll do that in post also.
Fix it all in post.
Yes, fix it all in post. Go ahead, Paul.
All right. Now, hold on. I was scrolling.
I don't know if it's
All
like you want to say the Sith Lord just said.
Yeah. And as the not-so-secret Sith Lord just said, we are now part of Culture Box Media Network. Find all the shows unpacking truth through story, comedy, and geekery at culturebox.media.
Thank you, EXO, and thank you for listening. We pray you are more joyful today than when you first hit play. But like a Pokemon, we gotta catch you all for Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope, our next adventure on the Retro Rewind podcast.
That's not working either?
No, let me
right.
do that one. Hold on.
All right, because I...
What? You went over my helmet?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's me. I went over your helmet. This one. Nope, not there. You are in here. 300. Ending. Output. Right here. Okay, here we go.
Retro Rewind mission complete. Proceed to base to await next mission.
Goodbye, old friend. May the Force be with you.
Short, sweet, to the point. For this long movie, a very short ending clip. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for Baba for hanging out. Anyone else that was here, thank you so much. Let's see. Bob says everything is broken. Nothing here works, but we'll fix it in post. Everything is broken. My computer is toast. Wow.
Even in the future, nothing works.
Exactly. But we're going to go ahead and end there, and then we're going to continue into our spiritual speculation section here in a second. I will say, just for the stream's sake, tomorrow I'm going to be doing fixing things on the stream.
Yay.
That's the plan. And
So you don't have to fix things in post?
that's one of the reasons, yes. It's more fixing things on the game streams. I may be able to fix things on the podcast stuff too, but and then in addition to that, on Wednesday the Spaceballs episode should be coming out. I'm almost done with the pixel art, and the main episode is edited, so I just need to finish.
That's impressive.
Most impressive.
I'm trying to keep ahead of things with this one. There'll probably be maybe more of a delay. We'll see, but anyway. So until next time, guys, here is your stream face. Why you gotta turn my stream face into a mean face? Why?